Whoa. What happened? Well, the thing's gone, but we're still here somehow, magically.
No, you should take this online Blender course. It's taught by an expert instructor.
That works, I guess.
3D artist.
Cool. Hello, humanity! Welcome back to the Grimmfinity channel. My name is Grimmfinite, and today we are going to be playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Woo! So, for those of you who don't know, Doki Doki Literature Club is a dating sim that I'm completely blind to. I have blacklisted any type of terms from my Google search, my YouTube, my Twitter, everything. I have no idea. I'm seeing all this for the first time, so please do not spoil anything. That being said, don't spoil anything in the comments or anything. I do have to warn, because the game warns, there is graphic content. So make sure that, close off all that there. So make sure that if you don't want to see any disturbing content, click out of this video. There's disturbing content in this video. Apparently, that's going to happen. It's more disturbing than Monica's hair.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to get right into it. Hopefully you guys are excited to get right into it too. So let's pull up the game. So we're gonna disappear. So we'll see you guys at the end of the video. You'll hear us though, because we're voicing characters. And 3. Poof. There we go. Oh gosh. No, we're still doing Doki Doki. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's pull it up here and get going. We have that song stuck in my head like forever now. Alright. But I gotta turn up the audio a little bit so you guys can hear the game. Then we'll get going. So we are doing Sayori's run. So if you have not watched any of our other videos for this, please be sure to go back and see them, as we will be referencing things that have happened prior, etc. Why isn't Doki Doki running? It broke. It broke my computer. It's here, somewhere. Gosh. Wow, it literally, like, disappeared. Oh, there it is. Games can't disappear. That's just craziness. Alright. It is launching. An error occurred. The app's already running. How is it running? I don't see it anywhere. Well, it needs to take less of a second. There we go. Alright. This game is not suitable for children or those easily disturbed. Alrighty. Welcome, one and all, once again back to Doki Doki Literature Club and our cute little girls. We've got Sayori, we've got Yuri, we've got Natsuki, and we've got Monica. The best of the best. Alright. So, we are going to load a game. How's the volume for everyone? Is the volume okay? Is there enough volume being put on the screaming of Doki Doki from the background singers or whatever? Would it be background singers? Alright, I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit for that. Okay, that should do it. Let's play a game. So, we are on this one. Yes. Alright. Back to work. Okay, so we gotta woo our girl Sayori. let's see. We're gonna go with rainbow. We're gonna go with pleasure. Oh gosh, why would she like? Oh, because it's a deep word. Passion. That's a feeling. She likes emotions. So, together. No, it's so cutesy. Love. Yeah. Depression. Gosh, she likes depression when she likes play. I'm gonna click it. No, it's Yuri. Yuri likes the deep dark stuff. Who likes Papa? Who likes Daddy? Who wants to come to Daddy? Fear, right? No. Excitement. Why did this get? I feel like this got more, what was it? Harder? Choose the words. Like before it was decently easy words. Oh, that's cutesy. Oh gosh. I'm gonna screw this all up. Heartbeat. Marriage. Puppy. No, puppy's cute. Empty. Let's try it. Oh, thank you. Oh, good. Frightening, heaven sent, entropy. Peaceful. Yeah. Hopeless. Anger. Oh no, that would that still revolve around her though? Romance, maybe? Yeah. Venture, sugar, bubbles, broken. Yeah, there we go. Shame. Yeah. Charm. Joy. We're almost there, guys. We got one left. All right, we're gonna go with dream. Oh gosh. Oh, our last one was Yuri. Is that gonna change stuff?
Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. I totally didn't steal that from Undertale. Starting this club and now picking up piano?
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival.
What is this festival everyone's talking about? I need to know this.
It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. That's what it is. There you go. That's what it is.
That sounds great. I would love a whole day off from school where I get to literally just food. All right. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Because you're so emotional. And annoying.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people?
Is that a hentai reference?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Just keep going. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica.
I don't get it. Oh, ick. Like, squid is gross. Oh, haha. Good one, Natsuki. I was ROFLing.
Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
Oh, are they poking fun at games where it's Japanese translated over to English and it doesn't? Is ick like squid or something? Ika? Maybe Ika is squid.
Question mark? Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway.
I'm really excited for this festival. You wanna know why? Because not just are we performing our poems, but Yuri's performing on ice. And to top it all off, I heard there's a bunch of heterosexual, gay-joking men from a swim team. What's that called? Free? I couldn't remember the name of it for a second. I'm like, oh, what's the anime? Oh, it's Free. All the school clubs. And then there's a basketball one too, right? The basketball anime. Just really any sports anime ever. Is at this event. Is at this festival. It's all the anime. All the anime doing anime things. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. Okay. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Oh, she's spacing out again, isn't she? She's spacing out. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Did your dog die? Oh, of course. Not in reference to the dog. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile on a clown across the room, slightly beneath the desk. No, just kidding. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Wow! Come on, playable character. Ask her what's wrong. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Grim, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but do you notice anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh? You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
It's because her hair's so short, isn't it? Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Vroom, vroom.
Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Grim. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just want to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? You seem like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Wow, I really am clueless.
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Grim.
What? Sayori like me? Psh, get out of town. She's gay. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Huh?
He's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Grim.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to be serious. Monica, can you stop whipping people in the face with your hair for one moment to look at the seriousness of what is going on with Sayori?
Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you?
Sayori? No.
I said too much.
You didn't say enough, bitch.
I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? I'm in love with the girl I'm in love with. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, bursting into random songs. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Time change.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? We'll go with Sayori first this time. This is your best one so far! It's really, really nice, Grim. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course! Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Graham. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end... Yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. That doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Grim. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady. You had fun with everyone else instead? This would be so much easier. Sayori? I glanced around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Grim. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. Okay. Who should I show my poem to next? Next we are going to go with Natsuki, because we're going in that order.
This one's alright.
Alright?
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit.
Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off.
Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away?
That's,
She looks way too happy.
It's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. Kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh, God. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh.
Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was just joking.
Coughing up blood.
Coughs up so much blood, opens mouth, projectile vomits blood.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too.
About elbowing me in the stomach? How is that joking?
Yeah. Ahahaha.
How the hell do you call that a joke? That was the punchline. That seriously hurt. Well, Maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki.
Anyway.
Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. Even happened.
I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Hold my hand, Greg. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine.
Oh gosh.
I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Thank you.
It was so cute! I like that. I like that a lot. It sounds like a song. It sounds like lyrics to a song, to be honest.
Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach.
So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later?
Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. Ugh, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy.
Beach inside my mind.
Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway.
I have an urge to run to the beach.
I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. I want to hear her beach poem. Well done, Grim. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this is a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. It was a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Grim? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. But Yuri, what if I want to explore and discover Sayori? What about then, huh? Introspect that, bitch! That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. It's because you're so smart. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Oh, Yuri, I just want to give you a big giant hug, and I just want your big giant hair to hug me and my legs. Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Well, she's the one that wrote the poem that's symbolic of like, well, that I think is symbolic of cutting. Let's move on. All right. You want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundation till you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. It's about depression having you on the death and life. That's 100% what it's about. You can't miss that symbolism. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. I really like Natsuki. I think she'd make a good girlfriend. A good waifu. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wanted to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh gosh, I don't know. This is a real tough one, but I think I'm going to choose myself. No, just kidding. Monica.
Hi, Grim. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
I need to go to the festival. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thoughts in about 20 words.
Okay, no pressure. We just kind of have to perform these in like 2 days. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great.
Thanks for the pressure, Monica.
It would also make me happy to see.
I would like to see too. Being blind really sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm blind.
That's the big plot twist, the disturbing image. Monica's blind. She can't see a damn thing. My eyes.
Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
I wonder if her hair just covers her eyes. She's not really blind, but she has hair just growing over her pupils. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
That's kind of funny.
Wow, jerk, I made it retrospective.
Kind of funny. This is so bad.
How so?
No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day.
Huh, that's weird. It's funny that you should bring that up, Monica. It's definitely not because I like her or anything.
I'm surprised you're so in sync with her.
Even our periods match up, Monica.
Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you?
Let me tell you, that 2-minute walk to school is the longest part of my day. I guess you could say that. Literally, I only see her in this classroom and randomly outside our houses for about a minute. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again.
I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a little off today.
Yeah? Did she tell you something?
Well, Grim, you haven't been flirting with her, have you?
Does a blue Bobby have big feet? blue Bobby. So I was trying to think of a really like does a da 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 da, you know, like those times. Is your hair long?
Well, all blue-footed boobies.
Yeah, but their feet are so big.
Yeah, but you said bobbies.
You don't know that that's not what their name is?
They are literally called boobies.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's Bobby, there's Robert, there's Bob, there's Bobert. So, flirting with her. Is your hair long? Oh, of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. With the back side of my hand.
Alright. Just making sure.
You wanna see front side of my hand, Monica? Anderes.
I know how much you care about her.
Like a friend.
It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her.
What? That's very Illuminati confirmed.
Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden?
Her dog died.
Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Okay, Monica. Not another weird one. Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. Here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend that is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight. twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. Bye. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Thank you.
I really, really like that. That's really cool. I like it. Well, I also really like stories, and that sounds like a story. I don't know. We'll look more into it later.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. Never really put that much thought into it. I kind of just circle random words.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
Ooh, that's deep. I like that. I like that line. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised?
No, we're in high school. We're depressed pieces of...
I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures.
Breaking the fourth wall, Monica?
I think you'd know that better than anyone.
What? What? You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good?
Yeah, that's me.
It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
I feel that constantly.
But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier.
That's why I have a fanfiction.net account.
Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad,
or lewd,
they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh gosh. She's still talking.
Yeah. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh?
Something did sound a bit usual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common, foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Okay. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right.
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not.
She's a goddess.
Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well?
Right.
So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
Listen. I freaking love her, man. If she's not feeling well, I don't want to be sick and walking home in the cold. Not sound fun. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is...
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
Sayori.
What? I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Or nut cake. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, Yuri, you can...
Be really sad.
Yeah, that. Question mark? Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
Or hold your hair while you're walking. Bridle down. I'm useless.
No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? That's... Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez,
even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Of course, so nobody can read it. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself, imagining galaxy patterns tracing through the endless espionage of every point in her life simultaneously exploding.
Stop this.
Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Grim.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that.
About what?
What I plan to be doing this weekend.
What do you plan on doing this weekend?
Well, at exactly 5:59:90 and 0.9 seconds. Wait, no, at exactly 5:59 and 59 seconds, I will be waking up, my eyes wide open, looking out at the expanse of my ceiling, and then I will push myself into a sitting position. Then...
Okay, listen.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand.
I want to give them my feet.
Oh, you can always help me out as well.
And your hair.
I would be really appreciative of that.
That's... Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you.
Oh yeah, Natsuki?
Stop. I'm like 12. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. I recall, Natsuki. You mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Grim may not be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. May not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard can it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Grimm to...
What are you even saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Grimm to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Grimm, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
I, kinda just wanted to spend the weekend playing video games and reading manga. Of course. Very well.
In that case, everyone
looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with Sayori. I gotta go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, and... But Monica said that
Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much?
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult.
Oh.
Just think of the club, okay?
Oh. Why?
So you have to choose Yuri or Natsu. You can't choose one.
Alright, because she's already helping. Guess Natsuki, because I feel like Sayori would be more mad if I went with Yuri, because she seems really envious of Yuri. But she might hate if I went with Natsuki too. If I went with Natsuki, but she'd be mad?
Yeah.
Because she's really sad and I'm literally not gonna see her all weekend. Okay, fine. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. You guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Yeah, I love to bake.
Eh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway... You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri?
Of course. I'm used to it, after all.
That's good.
Are really good. They're a very nice snack to have, especially when you're at a circus. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
your attitude.
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome.
I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Grim?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? He's still sulking.
Doki starts pouting too.
It's not... I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might not be just that.
That question mark?
I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help. I'm a real dick.
That doesn't mean... That's... Ugh.
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with worried expressions. So no matter what, I was going to end up with Yuri. Yeah, because it sounds like it's going to push me in that direction.
Look.
Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders.
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special.
You say atmosphere?
That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit.
Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you?
Not really, but...
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, be saying such encouraging things. To whisper atmosphere in Yuri's ear. But I begin to understand. They're gay. Natsuki was trying to... Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry. Being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event.
Yeah. Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best.
Oh, you know I will.
Ah.
Turn your game up.
But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the doorway as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
Huh?
We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I just feel uncomfortable asking for such a young girl's number. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that? Not like I joined this club just because of the girls. Not your girls. Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait. You're coming to my house?
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house.
Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over my house. My dad would kill me.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. That's not strict at all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you.
What about my help? Didn't you need my help?
Sunday. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Where I live.
Good question.
All right. Fine by me.
Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much.
Oh, God. I read that. I'm reading this and my eyes, I'm a little sick, guys. That's why my voice is so scratchy. But my eyes are going blurry, like in and out of blurriness. And I looked at it and I literally had to do a triple take because I thought it said, I'm really gonna show you why I love making so much. And I was just like, no.
No, bad.
No, Natsuki, no.
So you'd better look forward to it.
No. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday.
That's... Never mind.
Okay. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty much used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She could, I don't know, kill me. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? See, this is what I was worried about. Hey! Hi, aka Wooks. I don't know if you're lurking right now and can hear me, but hello. So yeah, I did feel nervous about Sayori finding out about it because why is the girl coming over to my house? The girl's literally coming over to my house to be a plot device. That's what I'm looking for. A plot device to have Sayori find out, and whatever weird thing is going on will then be dropped. All right. It's not like we feel that way about each other. Am I referring to me and Sayori or me and... All right. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Doot 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 doot. It's already Sunday. I was spacing out. Alright, let's return. Boom. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. I thought she was cute. I thought that was like her thing, man. That was her thing. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. I didn't call her, I didn't text her, but she could have called or texted me. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over. much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Do I get to meet her mom and dad? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Oh, it's so cute! I really like the layout of her bedroom. Look at the little cow and the knockoff Angry Bird. Sayori? Hi, Grim. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Oh my gosh, is she sick with some incurable disease? Does she have cancer or something? Oh no, this is gonna be sad. I don't like this. Okay, there's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. You look really cute in your pajamas, Sayori. Really cute. Not much has really changed, has it? Except the shade of my face. It's gone red. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I love how like the polka dots in the text box make it look like she's wearing polka dotted shorts. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Yeah, what wall decorations? The calendar? Is that a calendar for back in like 2001? If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. I'd clean it for you. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. You know, VP and stuff. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. I'm not into girls. Ah, so it's just being Natsuki then. Yeah. There's more silence between us. Gosh, fill the silence in the gaps in the conversation, Grim. You're terrible at this. Sayori stares into a random direction. She picks the corner of her room where a spider has been meticulously making a web that reads across the words, "Talk to him." It's Charlotte's web, but Sayori's web. Sayori's web. That's why she's spacing out so much. She's trying to read the text the spider in the corner of the room's writing. Yep. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday? When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Grim. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. I lean in and kiss her on the mouth. What on earth are you saying? Shake, shake, shake. Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Aha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Oh, there's where the empty word came from. You really put me in a trap, Grim. Look out. It's a trap. I'm sorry. This is serious. All right. You really put me in a trap, Grim. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? I'm clueless. Please help me. What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Grim? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. Actually, like, literally as well, too. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? I thought it might be depression, though, because you remember when we were reading her one poem and she was talking about not wanting to get out of bed? I was like, that's depressive thoughts.
Like, when we were doing the poems and stuff, too. When you're like, oh, it was depression for her. Oh, it was empty for her.
Yeah, that's true. When we were doing the poems, it was these... Because she feels both sides of every emotion. You just never know which side is the one she's faking. Guys, depression is real. If you feel really sad, seriously, go talk to someone about it. Yeah, alright. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Why am I making this about me? Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Grim. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. Does that mean I can go back and, like, do all their runs and it would make her happy? But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided The world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Grim. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Aww. Graham. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Graham. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Graham. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. Going to be fun, right? Oh, it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I am sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. What are you? I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. What are you doing with my computer? You're pulling up Steam. No, it's gonna lag. It's gonna lag everything out. It's gonna lag everything out. One sec. Hey, are you trying to pull up the game files? Okay, you can do that in this. Hold on one second. I've been told to pull up my game folders. So that is what I am doing. Okay, so local disk. Program files. Steam. And then we're gonna go to Steam apps. Is this Steam app? There we go. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And characters, right? Hold on, let me save first. Over here. And return. Alright. What are you doing? Ah! Hold on, we're moving a file folder thing. You guys can't see it, but alright. So I have, which folder did you pull up? Oh, the characters. Okay. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. I can still finish Sayori's route, right? Yep. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. Well, if we're finishing up Sayori's route, reaching end game, right? But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Oh. She looks cute.
Stop. Stop, bitch.
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. I legit did not know that was Natsuki for a second. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already.
I'm sorry, I'm just eye-goggling you for the last 30 seconds.
It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
She's very mature for her. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job.
Those.
You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Oh, she's making me spend money? Listen. Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly saying that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. You know what she is? Power bot. She is. Tell me that personality. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
We got a nice ass kitchen.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice kitchen. I love it. Looks so like modern. All right.
What? You're not even gonna offer me to? What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me?
Well, clearly, between the two of us, one of us actually has arms.
Where's your hospitality, Grim?
Where's my arms, you could also be asking. Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Urgh! This is ridiculously heavy.
I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
Was that a
Pictures all
thing?
over the place.
Oh, that's a
It's
thing?
not. It's not canon, but like someone drew her like that because of that statement.
Because of that statement. I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. Because of your age. Being only 18 and all.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it?
No, I have a problem with size like that too.
You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest.
Straight into your chest.
Hey, it's my solar plex. You could have killed me, woman. Your size has nothing to do with it. You really hate being small that much? Does size really matter? Is it really that important to you? Because you should tell me now.
Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you.
I take back that power bomb statement.
What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki.
Forget it! I didn't say anything.
I should apologize.
Eh?
I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. Treated you like an email instead of an animated object. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types. Oh gosh. They're called oh, what's the term for someone who's of age but is the small size?
Lolly!
No. Lolly is the one that looks really young. I'm not talking about looking young, I'm talking about figure-wise. Pinko.
Because Lolly is this.
Pitinko is... Lolly is also girls that look underage. Right? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Don't Google it, guys.
How would you know that anyway?
I read lots of manga. Just trust me on this one.
That's gross.
Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man. Let's just get started already.
You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Grim.
You're right, I shower every single day, and it takes time out of my day just to look this pretty, and I'm hurt. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Kind of like Sayori's room. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Why can't they just say spilled icing? Why's it gotta be fluid?
Icing.
I guess icing isn't fluid, you're right. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking, so she's just supervising.
Grim, where did you put the food coloring?
I told you already. The batter's going in... Oh, sorry.
The batter's going into the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
Why are you shouting at me?
Because you shout at me.
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color.
That sounds like so much work.
That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're letting me make my own decisions. I don't know how I feel about this. You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. Not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, it does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. You gotta cook by the book.
Oh, God. Gotta do the cooking by the book.
The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the one you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her car-shaped cupcake. No, they're not cupcakes. They're car-shaped cupcakes. And Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah, I'm trying my hardest, Miss Natsuki, ma'am. Please don't hit me. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that.
Yeah, my parents don't approve of that, so you're gonna have to go home.
Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face.
Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. What? Good? No! No, I love Sayori! Stop this!
Stop!
This is cute, though. Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What?
Why is her face like that? I don't like it.
Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Graham, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. Also, how does she know about... Oh, she reads manga. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow breasts. Her shallow breasts. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistake.
I wanted bacon, okay?
Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened.
Ah, that smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative.
Let's get creative.
Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I know what we're doing. We're putting the icing in the bags, we're cutting off the corner, and we're pouring it that way.
I have these nozzles that would make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
This time? What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake.
Why can't I have conversation like this with Sayori? Like, this is fun. Like
happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. It gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'll be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like I did with my poetry time and time again.
Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you. Oh, gag.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well...
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Huh? Did you say something?
Nothing. Let's just do the icing.
He likes me. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, it's so important to do a check when turning on your oven. There could be like a cat in the oven. That's a thing that can happen. Oh, absolutely. Because think about it, like if you leave an oven door open and you're not like paying complete attention to the oven door being open, your cat's gonna bolt for that thing. Cat checks are important. I own cats. Like I had to do cat checks.
My cat's.
I mean, my cats were that stupid, so I mean, yeah. And then you always have to check, and then you have to check really everything because I came home once. There were 3 cats in my oven, 1 in my microwave, and 5 in the freezer.
Jesus.
I mean, it's always important. All right. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together. Just like us.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Ooh, I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. It's so many notifications. Thanks for the follow.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can.
Why?
Well, anyway.
I didn't answer the question.
I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Already? That's a shame.
It's not your fault for it's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. like a jerk.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Except I have no control over that, and if she does, then I am so sorry.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. Feels like the afternoon went by in a total of... I'm trying to see how much time I've been live, but I can't. Oh, gosh darn. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
What you said before about not always having this chance. Doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? Oh, right in front of Sayori's house. This feels so uncomfortable. I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like that. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
You look so confused. Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Grim, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
What? Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. I am not okay with this. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I felt it for a while now. Exclamation mark.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori?
Oh, shit. Hi, Grim. Sayori. Just now, we weren't. It's okay, Grim. I just stopped by to say hi.
Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so...
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. He looks so worried. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki? and how close you got to her. Physically, emotionally, cupcakely. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Grim? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Grim. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. What? I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Hurting. Amazing. Gosh. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Grim. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared of that. And I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Grim, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Sayori. Oh gosh. This is it, guys. This is the moment. I have two different options. We all know which option I'm going to choose. Sayori, I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Oh, it's so sweet. It's like sweetest thing ever. I really do, though. I really do feel with this that the amount of love I have for Sayori has escalated beautifully over time. You don't have it. Because this is... Well, yeah, but I'm about to have another day. I just said I love you, yeah. Well, you know, every time you drop an I love you in a game, shit's about to get real. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Graham. Oh! Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Graham, is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Graham. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, I want the rain clouds go away. They're not going away at all, Graham.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. And that's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Graham.
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
A bunch of thorns? What the hell? Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most amazing person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Aww, it's so sweet. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Grim! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
Thanks for listening. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the one she's preparing that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing, of course. I'm surprised you... Oh, that's you. I will start speaking in Sayori's voice.
Oh no. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should at least you should take a little responsibility for her, Grim.
I do, Monica.
I mean, especially after your exchange with her.
What?
Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
I mean, she decided to go into her house herself. Oh no, that was last night. Exchange? How does she know? Monica, Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Yeah? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take this club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. I'm really nervous to read Sayori's poem. Because, like, first of all, she had to write it over the weekend when I was hanging out with Natsuki. Which means it's probably... everything, like... up to this point, because we got a lot to process, and I do want to keep playing this tonight, but I want to kind of just like break everything down real quick in my own mind, because there's been a lot that's happened in the last like 24 hours of this typical school day. So for those of you just tuning in, we hung out with we tried to hang out with Sayori, but she was kind of being distant and off to herself. Monica said she'd go over and talk to her, and then we obviously had to do something else, so we ran off and exchanged poems. Of course, because that's the thing to do when things are being weird. We exchanged poems, and we talked about the festival that's coming up. The festival's today. And Monica forced someone to come over to my house. And so I had a choice between Yuri and Natsuki, so I chose Natsuki. So then we found out that Sayori has really, really bad depression, and we comforted her, but then we had to go see Natsuki, who baked cupcakes with us, and then she leaned in to kiss me, and Sayori saw, and Sayori was like, I don't understand what's going on. But I'm happy for you. I should be happy for you, but I'm not. So then I hugged her and told her that I loved her. And she told me she loved me. And I said, let's be together forever and let's have the festival be our first date. And she didn't show up this morning. So I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. Oh, because she's all lovey-dovey towards me now. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh my, what the fuck? Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Oh, I gotta read it in her voice. Percent sign. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What? What? Hold on. What? Did I save after I hugged her? Did I? I didn't save the game after I hugged her. I saved the game right before I hugged her, though. Right? That's right before I hugged her? Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm nervous. Why is she talking like that? Because she said when she hugged us, she felt thorns. Which is so weird. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Grim? What's wrong?
This fucked up poem, Monica. You want to talk about this this really weird poem because it's really fucking weird. I don't know how you didn't notice it and just decided and they just decided to just post on a pamphlet that every single person's going to see, you know, just yeah, okay. This is going to be great. The parents will love this.
Plot twist, it's just the one poem and Monica just really wanted to fuck with whoever sat there.
That's good. Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Ah. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom. Don't... Oh, no, that's you.
Don't strain yourself.
I'm nervous. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Should I save again? I'm just nervous. Cause you unplugged. Why did you unplug my headphone jack? Okay. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Yeah, that's why I was thinking this morning. Like, why the heck am I not? Like, we're a couple now, and I'm just gonna blow her off. Like, even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone, either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. It's almost like a couple. It's almost like we're dating. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Well, you're the boyfriend, silly head. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. What? I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Oh gosh, am I gonna walk in on her changing? Oh gosh. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Yeah. Yeah, I would try knocking again. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Gosh, what? Is it gonna be nude? Is it gonna be lewd? Do I need to cover up the screen? Okay. What the fuck?
Doki Doki Literature
What? File game/script ch5.rpy line 307. See traceback.txt for details. Holy shit, her character's gone. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can make this smaller and pull it up on the game screen so you guys can see this. No, I'm gonna pull it up on here. So you guys can see what I'm seeing right now. Window capture. Oh, the music is so creepy. Look at this. You see this? That's a little weird. So, okay, so what do you mean go back? It says to find traceback.txt. Traceback.txt. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a thing so I can pull it up in the thing. Okay. Before I even read it. What? So did I get an end game? Add existing. No, create new. Okay. So all right, this is a little weird. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. But yeah, that's the text I'm seeing. Here, hold on. Probably help if I bloop. There we go. Alright. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. While running game code, start. Wait, hold on. No, let me read it. File line 256 in script, line 260 in module, line 427 in. I wonder what happened if we went to those lines in the original. Restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this. I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. What? What the hell? This looks like a normal error code. Restart top context. What the hell is going on? What is this game? This is kind of weird. This is kind of really weird. Okay, what the hell? Oh, pull up the files again. I'm sorry. Do I need to go it on the thing? Okay. Yeah. What the hell? Is this a nightmare? Can I load? I can still load my saves. I guess we'll keep going. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday. Is my mic still coming through? I moved the OBS, so. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? Didn't Monica say... Okay, so... Young BD247. Wait. Didn't Monica say something a moment ago? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? As you were leaving, don't strain yourself. Gosh, this game in words, man. Phrasing. What did I do wrong? Good question. Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, never take it back. Never. 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 That's the end of the game? Holy shit, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? She's an amalgamation. Is that like all the characters combined into... Gosh, that's a freak. Not meaning to call you a freak or anything. I'm real sorry. Wait. Hold on, I want to look at this. What? Is there something else? Hexp thoughts. Happy thoughts. It is a picture. PNG. PNG. Right. So before I pull this up, I pulled it up in this window capture. Okay. Oh gosh, why is it so big? Okay. Bloop. So this is the picture. Ah! I broke it. Oh, there we go. It's not loaded. Oh, it's because it's a P. Oh gosh! Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? Sorry for all the swearing, guys, but seriously, like, what? Who killed my waifu? Gosh, who the Gosh. That's definitely Sayori because of the bow. Oh, you guys can't see it, can you? Oh, your window never showed up. Hold on. We'll make this work. Just like, I guess we're going to try to make what's her face work. Open with, and I'm gonna open it. The problem was I tried opening it with the dumb. No, this one. Windows Photo Viewer. All right, so I'm trying to pull this up so you guys can see it here. So this is what I'm currently seeing on my screen. Just to give you guys a hint, warning, it's graphic. It's this. This is what I'm seeing. And that is 100% Sayori. And that's like blood and like blackness. Oh, like blood's... It is glitchy as hell though. So is she alive in this file? I don't really know what I'm dealing with right now. So yeah, I did want to look, where's the character files? Okay. I played Sims. .chr is not an actual type of file. So like Are these actually different file types? Like, hold on. What? I'm changing the extension. Or no, what I can do is even better. No, it's saved as type CHR file. But like, if I change it, like, what if I change it to like JPEG? If you change the file name extension, it might become unusable. Hold on. No, I'm gonna try it. I want to see if this does anything. Holy shit! Wait, holy shit! Guys. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is what happens if I turn the file into a JPEG. From Monica. It's like, hold on. Let me see if I can just zoom in into this. Is that a QR code? It looks like a QR code. And there's like this, hold on. There's like this broken rim around it. Like Ring of Fire kind of deal. But it also kind of looks like shattered glass. There's got to be something. That's got to mean something. It can't just be like a fuzzy screen. So can you do that to the other ones too? No? Wait. Okay, so I could have turned Sayori's file into a JPEG before she had... So, wait, so these two are not JPEG, you're telling me? So wait, this was supposed to be turned into a JPEG file. How could people know that? How? Like, okay, like, obviously I tried it, and that was a thing. You sure this isn't like Notepad? What's the Notepad? Why don't I want to try things. Oh, I'm not done with the game. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't know there was more with the game. I apologize. All right, so we're gonna continue this. Load game, I guess? I could select new game, I guess, technically. Alright. So we got load game. This is some weird stuff, man. Okay. I'm hitting load game because I don't want to... I'm on a little bit of a time frame with this stream. Okay. What do you... No. I'm discovering stuff. Why? Oh. Did you want to talk in the mic? Is there anything spoiler-y? Because I can't know it. I know you're really excited that I've unearthed like this other part of the game, but don't tell me anything spoilery.
It's non-spoilery.
Oh wait, there's triggers coming up. Okay, no, don't. No, I don't want spoilers. If you're under the age of 13, you should not be watching this, period. I will put something in the beginning of this video saying that there's disturbing images, especially with, you know, everything that has happened recently. You know, guys, suicide is not a cool thing. If you are feeling depressed or suicidal, please talk to someone. I'm going to put the suicide hotline numbers in the details below, because like, you never have to go through something like that alone. And you also do not need to base your happiness on a relationship or a significant other or any single person else. Because someone shouldn't be the source of your happiness. You should find your own happiness. I have a sister who struggles with this, and you talk to someone. Seriously, if this is something that you guys honestly think about, if you guys have depressive thoughts, if you guys have suicidal thoughts, I'm here to tell you that it does get better. I have seen it both in my sister's life and my life as well. You know, I was super unpopular back in school, and I had depressive and suicidal thoughts. A lot of people do. You're not alone. Talk to someone, because all it could take is 10 minutes to convince you life is worth living, because like I said, it gets better. Your brain gets more stable. Life gets a little less miserable. It gets miserable in other ways, but they're manageable ways. So, just telling you guys, there's hope out there. All right. That being said, let's continue. Load game or new game? Let's just new game it. No, I want to new game it. File error. Characters/sayori.chr. The file is missing or corrupt. Save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. Oh no, I lost all my save files now. What the? All right. I assume this is supposed to be quote unquote Sayori. This. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. And I would get, hold on, lowering this so I can make sure that mic volume, and I'm speaking into the mic properly. I have a problem with that. Yes. And I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Holy fuck, what the what? Okay. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, I haven't. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. The whole game's being rewritten. But I have no motivation to join any clubs because I am a loner. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Because there's no dialogue with Sayori. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hold on. Okay, so settings, there's a skip thing. Should I skip things? I'm going to increase the text speed, though, in case we run into stuff we've already seen. Okay. Grant, who is this? I don't know who this is.
Grim?
Oh! Send it back! I don't want this! Monica!
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
It has been 5 minutes, and you are scaring the absolute crap out of me. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most beautiful girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, hair. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
Isn't that the stuff Sayori was looking for? I guess you could check the closet. This is the exact direction Sayori went. You're in the debate club, right?
About that, I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Let me guess.
The Literature Club.
Actually, I'm starting a new one.
Is it the Hair Club?
A literature club. A literature club.
Literature? Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far.
No, there's not.
It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Lying bitch. Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, Grim. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
How did you know I was looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor?
Does it involve hair?
Yeah.
Big hair?
Yeah. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure. I guess I could check it out.
Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, Grim, you know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. No cupcakes involved. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back!
No! Make it stop!
And I brought a guest with me.
Ron Connery? Oh, God! Fuck. Fuck. No. A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Grim.
All the words escape me in this situation. This club, oh gosh, is full of totally hot chicks. It's full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Grimm in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
Case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Grimm?
Why do I have the sudden urge to be very annoying, Monica? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
It's too fun and it's too exciting, make it stop. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important.
The festival?
The festival. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Hiding a murder. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Grimm, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, except for lots of dialogue, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading and atmosphere. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Is she orchestrating this? Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Wow. Did she say that originally? She originally said that,
Yes,
like,
she did.
in the first playthrough.
Yep.
And didn't I say something when she said that? I totally when she said that last time, I totally said, "Wow, that's really detailed," or something like that. All right. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say that out loud! And give it back! Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing? Writing to oneself. Must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea.
Does it involve your hair?
Yeah. How about this? Dad talk.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Wow, it's like deja vu. What is this weird feeling?
Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Grim? Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
None of you are real. Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
Where the fuck is Sayori?
I never said I would be joining this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. She looked sad last time, now she just looks pissed. She looks quizzical, and she's doing the cutesy eyes thing. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. She's the only one with dejected eyes right now. These are all normal poses that aren't their dejected poses.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought... Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Grim. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. Kind of like I've been programmed to be. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. Yeah. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. Screw the literature club. No, I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Grim?
Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Grim, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
What can $20 give me? Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Grim, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one, if not all, of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. What? Would you like to read it? Sure! A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceilings and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I'm in space. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. You know what this sounds like? A oh, what's it called? They used it in Stranger Things. Thing 11 was it? What's that called? But that's what it reminds me of. The something depravity or something deprivation, sensory deprivation chamber. Thank you. Yes. It reminds me of a sensory deprivation chamber, and then the touching the deep metal wall of the container is, you know, she was swallowed by the dark, and then with one hand she could feel damp metal wall of the container kind of just holding her on. My lungs were already getting tired. It's because she's holding her breath inside the sensory deprivation chamber. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. And that's why it's called a dream as well. Yeah. Because you get lucid dreaming from being inside those. Okay. Alright. And it's time to save. Oh, everything's gone. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. This is all fine. What if I chose words that had to do with Sayori? Or are all Sayoris? No, because cry is a Sayori word. What if I chose all Sayori words?
Sayori's words could because of like cuteness, and then some of them could be interpreted as Yuri's words because of sadness.
Alrighty. So, hold on. We're gonna switch back over to the good old camera here. Wait, let's go over to the main menu, because that's what I normally do at the end of these episodes. Yes, main menu. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Make it stop. Make it go away. It does look like she's wearing knee-high socks though. With the shadows. What are those shadows coming from? Are those supposed to be from, like, whose legs are those coming from, honestly, though? Because every single part of her is taken from one of the girls. With the legs. Look at the legs. Oh, it's like, oh, the bottom of this screen that can't be seen. Of course. That makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna just... Oh, that's right, because they can't see the game. I forgot. I already closed out of the game on your guys' end. Alright, let's pull the camera back up here. Wherever it is. I should really just organize everything on my desktop. Alright. We have a lot to talk about. Alright. And we are back. We're so close. Zoom in real closely on my face. Just be like really close to each other. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for coming out. I was not expecting that. Yeah. I knew something was coming. Not just because, like, obviously there has to be some sort of twist, but, like, I knew something was coming because the way they were setting up the dialogue was, you know, I love theorizing. So when it comes to theorizing, certain trigger words trigger different events. So, like, I saw them and I was like, oh gosh, we better. Do you want to turn on your camera to get whatever reaction I'm gonna have to this weird shit? So hopefully I'll take that footage, and when the video uploads to YouTube, I'll put my actual reaction to it. Was it good?
It was really good.
I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was just gonna be like we get the girl, or like with the whole depression thing and stuff. I thought like. I didn't expect that.
We move on with our lives and live happily ever after.
Yeah, not even just that. Like, I expected there to be something else, but like, I expected it to be like, then you find out like her parents are taking her away for a very long time, and you'll never be able to see her at the literature club again, or something like that. Like I didn't know it was gonna be like, oh, here, death. Here's
Psychological
yeah,
horror.
psychological horror. Urgh. Gosh. Okay, and I still need to say spoiler free because is there more?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out and watching. As if you want to see more content from me, you can go to my YouTube. It's Grimmfinite. You can watch the old episodes where things were all nice and happy, and everything was okay, and Sayori was annoying but lovable, mostly lovable. Yeah. And you can also check out my streams on Twitch when we do the next episode, which is currently scheduled for Monday. Monday.
Oh, is it Monday?
Yes. Monday.
Usually
Why?
Tuesday.
It is normally Tuesday, but I scheduled it for Monday this time because we've got some social events coming up. As always, you can check my Twitch events to see when I will be going live and with what. I usually go live within half an hour of the event posting. If there is a problem that comes up, I post on my Twitter at SpeedyLevon and letting you guys know, hey, I wasn't able to do the stream right now, as well as it gives me a place to post polls, decide what games we're doing, decide what new content you guys want to see with the channel. You can communicate with me via Twitter, or you can communicate on our Discord server, which we also have. So all of that is down in the description. I'm not gonna go into super big details about it, because obviously you can find all the stuff right down here. As well as, guys, there's more disturbing stuff to come. So if you weren't comfortable with this video, I encourage you not to watch our other videos. This is your warning.
This is just scratching the surface.
Yeah, so I don't even know if I can deal with it. Certain imagery is really tough on me. But I'm still gonna do it blind. I want to do it blind because I want my reactions to be real. So so don't tell me anything. And don't leave any spoilers in the comments, all that stuff. Don't spoil it for other people. Other people, this might be their first time ever seeing it. So don't tell them what's going to happen, please. So, oh, did I really say that? That this isn't some game where I can go back and try something different. I did say that? Oh, who's Grim in the game? Oh, my guy. I said that. Oh yeah, I did say that in the game. Oh gosh, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading through the chat. I got really immersed in the game for a while, so I'm just trying to catch up, and I didn't want people posting. Not that I thought anyone would post more spoilers, but I was trying to avoid it. All right, moving on. We'll end the stream right there, right at this moment where everything's about to get really weird. All right, guys. As always, stay awesome, and remember, spend time with people who matter, because every little moment you are impacting someone, unless you're spending it alone. You're impacting someone's life. Things you do have an impact. The choices you make have an impact. Do the best you can to make that impact a positive one. All right, guys, have a good one. See you guys on Monday for more Doki Doki, and tomorrow for Assassin's Creed and Dex. See you guys. Bye.